In this video, we're going to sew the tail to the body, and we're also going to add a little bit of decoration to the back of the dragon. You'll need the same hook that you've been using all along, and your blunt end yarn needle, and some stuffing. Let's get started. Okay, of course you want to stuff the tail before we sew it in place, and I don't fill it straight up to the edge with stuffing because we want a little bit of space between, just like that. See, that's just puffy stuffing. It's not like stuffed to the top. If I push on it, you can see it goes inside there. You want a little bit of space between that stuffing and the body so the tail can get right up close to the body. So the top part, this part right here, not the ridge, that should be on or about row 13. And you count down here, and the bottom should be somewhere right around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that gives you a good idea right there. Okay, now the thing about this is you want to make sure that you look at it from the top angle so that it is centered with the belly batch. I've done it before without checking it out this way, and I sewed it on all wonky, so it was kind of coming off the side. So I had to undo it, and that's a real pain to undo yarn stitches. In fact, you have to cut them free most of the time. Okay, so once you got it centered, then pin it in place. You can see I got a good number of pins in there. And right here is row 13. You can see the top of my tail is just above that. It's actually sitting on row 14. So in the pattern I say on or about row 13. It's just so you don't go below that. You don't want the tail to be sitting too low under here. Then it wouldn't stand upright. You want to make sure that it can sit up by itself. Okay, once you're satisfied that it's in the right place, then just start sewing. So I'm going to keep my needle as close as I can to the tail. I'm going to go in. I'm just going to come out anywhere where it's comfortable. I don't have to get them so close together the first time around. I just get my stitches in there the best I can. Okay, and just wrap over the edge and then down, and I'll come up right here. So I've made it all the way around. Of course there's big gaps in there I want to fill in, but here I can go back and forth. I'll come out right here. There's the first gap. Then I'll wrap around and I'll go back the other way. Whatever you feel is most comfortable to do, then do it that way. And you want to get these stitches all the way around and close together, so there's a pretty good seamless look all the way around from the tail to the body. There we go. The tail is completely sewn in. I've made it all the way around. And don't worry that you can see the differences here, because once you get the legs sewn on and the arms and the wings, you can't even see where the tail ends and the body begins. You really can't. So it's something that we are going to be seeing until we get the next part done, but don't worry about this. Okay, now I'm just going to knot off anywhere. Alright guys, I'm going to show you something that's different from the written pattern. In the written pattern, I make this piece here, and I like that look. It's going to drive some of you crazy because we're going to be inserting yarn twice and finishing off twice, which means you have to weave in 4 different yarn tails. And some people absolutely hate doing that. I don't mind it, but some people, it drives them batty. And I get it. I totally understand it. So what I've done for this one is insert the yarn at the top of the ridge and work down instead of inserting the other way. That way you only have to insert once and finish off once. So I'll let you decide what you want to do. I like this look here. You get these 2 little extra spikes. I also like this one. Either one works for me. So this video is just going to show you how to do this part here. And if you'd rather the other one, then you'll just refer back to the written pattern. Okay, so let's continue this up the back, and we're going to do it pretty much the same way we did the tail. We're going to pull the yarn through the back, just like this. The same color, pull it through, and we're going to do a single crochet. And this is where you're going to find it's awkward now to hang on to. Chain 1, and then single crochet in the next space, up, single crochet in the next space up, just do a complete line all the way up the back. Okay, now we can finish off and weave in those yarn tails. So we're going to insert our hook in the top stitch here, and we're going to pull the alternate color through and chain one. And again, it's all a little bit awkward to hang on to. Chain one, single crochet in the next space, now half double crochet in the remaining stitches in that row. Okay, a little bit awkward to hang on to, but I'm going to continue crocheting into this little space down here, even though I didn't put a ridge there. Just going to push my hook through, single crochet in the next space, same thing. If you have a space there, just crochet into it. Okay, and then crochet into this bottom of this ridge here. Crochet in the bottom of that spike. Now turn. Okay, I want to put a little spike into here. And now single crochet into the bottom of that chain. Let's see how this works. I'm just winging this along, folks. Okay, and slip stitch the next stitch. Single crochet into the next. Single crochet into the next. Now I'm going to make another spike here. 1, 2, 3. Now single crochet into that chain. Slip stitch the next one. Yeah, I like that. And slip stitch the next one. There we go. Okay, now I'll finish off and weave in the yarn tails. There we go, some rough looking spikes on the back of our dragon. I think I like that. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this video, guys, and when the next one is available, it will be popping up on your screen, and you'll be clicking a little box once it appears, and I'll meet you over in the next video.